for example, he was described by John Maynard Keynes as the last of the magicians. So they're also open to magic, which is another tradition within religion and spirituality as well. And a lot of the great scientists came from a religious background. And if we look at the study of light in particular, I wrote a book called The Mystery of the Trapped Light. And if we look at the theories of light in the 12th, 13th century, a lot of the great scientific work was done by people in the religious orders. Now, this has been taken out of the history of science. They don't want to acknowledge that these people were engaged in a study of the meaning of life. And in particular, if we take that issue of light, most great science in some shape or form is associated with the study of the spectrum of light in all its different manifestations, which is also very closely connected with, say, theosophy and ideas of rays, etc. You can see it in very subtle ways. For example, one of the early people or families in Silicon Valley was the Varian brothers, and Russell Varian, who was important in the development of radar technology. He was called Russell because his father was a theosophist who would come from Dublin, and he was associated. He named him in honor of the Irish mystic A.E. Russell. And it's not difficult to see the connection between a philosophy or spirituality or system that's interested in rays, and then the people that, like in California, who began to study and look for physical rays. There is a correspondence between them. And some of the parapsychologists, scientists, they looked at both. They looked at the spiritual world, but they were interested in how the eye how light works, and they made contributions. So there's no difficulty. I would reconcile them by saying that the most fundamental path in science and the most fundamental path in spiritual evolution is the same. They're both about the study of light. And if you look at all the traditions, light is crucial. The problem is that we have a very limited idea of what light is, but many scientists, and in the quantum domain as well, they're looking at what light is and the nature of light, and they don't understand everything about it and the connection with consciousness. So there are a lot more parallels than differences. It is in the middle where we have this, where we know that science can be utilized as a system by ideologues, sometimes that understand it, sometimes that don't, to utilize it to gain power, which fits in with the idea of managerialism, of the idea